Hey Henry, how's it going? I'm doing alright. Just plugging away. What's up, Raz? Hey, Iceman. Sorry, having a twitch here. Hey Raz, I wanted to ask you, do you know of any other 3D STL Gumroad accounts or anything? I know there's Abe 3D, ES Monster, 3D Moon, and I think there's the other guy, Carlos. The reason I'm asking is I'm trying to find more Gumroad files, because I see a lot of files online on sites, but they're not the original creator selling them. So I figured down the line, if I buy files, I'd like to get it from the original creator. If you know of any, I figured you might know of some more Gumroad accounts and stuff. Did I go? I think I went like this. Forgot how I did this one. I think we're gonna go. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, because I forgot where I was. I think it was on CG Trader, but then I found that other site that resells files, but they don't give the credit to the sculptor. So I think it's just like a reseller site that does it without permission. So I'm there's a lot of sculpts on there, but I don't know who sculpted the items. That's the problem. Got some chocolate on her. Yeah, no rush, whenever you can. Reason why too is because I figure after the Jessicas are on, this is thinking down the line, I want to maybe find some other type of sculpt that's fun that I could print out. I got a couple in mind, but like I said, it doesn't, I don't know the exact sculptor who did the items. Hey, what's up, 234? How's it going? Yeah, I'll find some of the sculpts I was looking at. And then, but then again, you might know some, there might be some sculpts out there that are not on some of these other sites that I don't know about too, so I figure try to see what else is out there. Well, there probably is, but it's not the type of church you go to. Just trying to sketch it out a little bit more so we could start kind of working on it a bit. trying to remember how Sideshow did the underwear after you take the cloth off. Something like this, I think it was. I know it went to more of a point, but it was a different sculpt too. You don't have a... I don't want to go too crazy with the none. Hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah, I don't think the statue companies are doing too well, really. I think they're hurting pretty bad. I mean, because I could see it on eBay with trying to sell stuff. Stuff's not moving like it used to. So I think people are very picky what they buy now. And then I think a lot of people, I think it's just economy right now. But then I also think it's part of just so much out there now between 3D sculpts. All the companies are producing the same stuff over and over. There's only so much people can buy and have in their house. So I just think they can't pump out like they used to anymore. I mean, if you think about it, it's the same stuff. It's another Harley, it's another Joker, it's another Batman, it's another Superman, it's another Spider-Man. Now it's Wolverine and Deadpool. It's this, you know. I don't know. I just think it's just a combination of a lot of stuff now. I think it's just they can't pump out like they used to. And there's a lot of competition too. That's another thing, you know. You got Prime One, you got Blitzway, you got PCS, you have XM, you got all those Japanese companies with all the manga stuff. There's a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, they are definitely playing it safe, but I just think a lot of competition. Man, I even find myself, you know, I have a lot of my main, you know, comic book characters I want. I got stuff I'm already planning on making on the side, but I find myself looking at a lot of the manga stuff, like all the Naruto statues and stuff, and, you know, those are like, if I had money and room, those would pique my interest a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm having trouble moving stuff. Um, I just think I don't know. I just maybe people are just kind of waiting to see what happens at the end of the year. But then again, we're also kind of kids have just gone back to school, and I think a lot of families and parents are starting to get ready for Christmas. So the way I see how the year works, from my experience, is this time of the year is when stuff slows down because parents and families are saving money for Christmas, holidays, presents, stuff like that. Then after January, things sort of pick up if people have money, but things really pick up for sale is tax season. When the people get their tax refunds, that's when stuff really picks up. And then it sort of goes okay. And then when the summer hits, people come home from the summer, college kids, and people get summer jobs and they kind of blow some cash. But then when kids go back to school to like Christmas is when things die down too. So yeah, I think people are. I also think the economy's hurting people because I know a couple of guys that are selling stuff and they're just like trying to get whatever they can for this stuff. They just want it out the door. So, but I definitely think economy is hurting people. I mean, you go to the supermarket, you spend $100 and you get absolutely nothing now. So, I think it's just people are just kind of watch penny pinching, I guess, as much as they can. Yeah, I think also like you just said, if you're getting into those busts and they're cheaper, that's probably what people are doing too. They're probably maybe starting to collect stuff that's a little bit cheaper in their price range. Yeah, supplies have gone up, resin's gone up, everything has gone up. So I think people are just hurting, taking it easy. For a while there, people were just buying like crazy and everybody was spending money, but I think now it's just gotten out of hand. So it'll probably get better sooner or later, hopefully. If it doesn't, then we're all doomed. Alright, where am I with all this stuff? Alright, we gotta work on underwear. So let's mix up some Aves. So I'll do this underwear first. And I could probably do the piping up there too. Gotta be careful if I don't hit anything. But I think this looks good for basic animation underwear. Sanded these down a little bit this week. Didn't do too much, but... And then on her, I did sand her chest down a little bit cleaning up there. Slowly getting there. Well, yeah, they have the Spooktacular going on now, and it's really kind of. I haven't seen or heard anything from. I don't really follow the events too much because I don't feel like sitting there watching their stuff. I just wait for my friends to post stuff, but it seems like they really didn't announce anything crazy for the Spooktacular so far. Yeah, I've my IRA from my old job is doing very well. Doing very, very well. Of course, that's retirement stuff. Scam calls like crazy. Okay, what am I doing here? I don't want to. What I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for all the Blitzway to show their Justice League stuff. That's what I'm kind of. That's the only thing I'm really excited about. Yeah, no problem, man. Alright, let's see. Now, I want to do the underwear first. And I was either thinking of doing piping or if I should lay Aves on here and do a different edge but do piping here, which I think I'm going to do. I'll show you what I mean. So I think I'm going to roll out this Aves and I'll cut it and come back. Be right back. Hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up, Jacob? How's it going? I'm doing okay. Just working like every other day. So I'm thinking is do a layer and seam it up because it's pushing in a little too much. But I'll show you. We'll get it. No, that's just pretty much it. Just working, trying to get stuff done, trying to catch up on a lot of people's projects, you know. Got a couple side projects that I pulled out, kind of working on too, that I could use for filler. So I've been doing some of that stuff as well. Yeah, got nothing really going on, like, you know, no big holiday plans or nothing. It's just a matter of just getting stuff done for people, and that's about it. Pretty much all I'm doing. But I rather get everything done. I guess you could say it's been quiet, and I kind of enjoy the peace for now. Yeah, that's for me. My parents were not doing much either. I'm probably gonna do like I'll probably go get us like some Italian food, some like baked ziti for my mother or something, and like pizza for my father. The day or two before Thanksgiving, and that's pretty much all we're doing. Simple stuff. The days of cooking and all that stuff, I can't even eat Thanksgiving food anymore, so. And I think for Christmas, I'm just gonna wake up. I think I'll buy myself a steak, cook it on the grill, and then maybe just binge the last season of Boys, and that's it. Simple, boring, do nothing day. That's all I want. A good Thanksgiving movie. Um, Something that has a Thanksgiving parade. Didn't Fearless Bueller's have a parade? Fearless Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, I always say growing up was a pain because you'd have to Thanksgiving. We would have Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, we have to go see these family members, and I'd have to go and see these family members, and you know, um, like holidays were more of a chore than anything. That's why now I just love to do nothing on these days, especially Christmas. Because Christmas Day we'd wake up, open presents, have some food, and then we'd have to go see this family, that family, and it was a lot. Oh, really? I'm trying to think of a good Thanksgiving. I don't really know of a good Thanksgiving movie. Well, I mean, there's always Christmas Vacation, but that's an every year Christmas movie. So, oh, you could show him. Uh, was it One Crazy Summer or Better Off Dead? Some good movies to watch. Hey, what's up, Scott? Yeah, I love the reason why whatchamacallit, my friend the other day, he was talking about the Godzilla movie, and I was like, yeah, Godzilla was okay, but this is my favorite Godzilla. So I sent him the link of the One Crazy Summer with Bobcat Goldthwait in the Godzilla outfit. I said, now that's a Godzilla. You know, it's a movie you probably don't remember. I was when I went to PA, I was talking to my college buddy, and we were talking about something, and we got to watching some old uh, what's that? Robot Chicken, you know. And one of the Robot Chickens, they were doing skits from the movie called Midnight Madness. And my friend's like, "What the hell are they doing?" I was like, "Wait, you never saw the movie Midnight Madness?" He's like, "No." So that's another movie you should put on a list. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's the one where the guy was rearranging the letters for the clue, and he was going Easter, Easter Bunny, and then he said Fagabeefy, and that was in that was in the whatchamacallit Robot Chicken. So that's definitely a movie that I don't even know if you ever remember seeing it. Actually, Michael J. Fox was in that movie, but he was just a really, really young kid. Hey, what's up, once? Yeah, he doesn't play like a really big part in the movie, but he's just like a little wise ass kid that runs away. But yeah, it's an old movie. It's not really like I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just something that I guess like my cousins and my brother who are older than me, like they watched it. So it's actually not a bad movie, and it's kind of like if they were to remake that movie in today's world, it probably could go over well if they did it right. All it is, it's like college kids that do like a scavenger hunt at night for like these clues. Think of like like Revenge of the Nerd era type of a movie. That kind of like filming and storyline and stuff like that. Yep, stuff like that. I don't think I've ever saw that one. But it's an obscure movie. It's not like, you know, like if you were to tell somebody Michael J. Fox was in it, they'd be like, "What? I never heard of that movie." But it's I don't know. I like some of these old movies that no one really ever thinks of or hear again. Oh, Secret of My Success. Yeah, I watched. I think I've watched that. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I've watched that movie. I love that movie. Of course, it's Supergirl too. You know, you gotta watch it for her. That's why I geeked out in the Flash movie when they showed Christopher Reeve's CGI Superman with her Supergirl. I thought that I was like, I've always wanted those two on screen together, and I geeked out on that scene. Oh, Dean Carey, yeah, him. Yep, yep. I know who you're talking about. Ski School. Yep, that's another old one too. Summer School. Yeah. Another obscure movie around that era. Was it? I think it was called Moving Violation. Is it the one where everybody lost their license and they had to go back to driving school, and the instructors wanted to um, make them fail? There was ski school, but then there was also ski patrol. Ski patrol. It was that comedy where they were all in uh, they were they had to be trained. Yeah, like Police Academy. Okay. But Ski Patrol, that's the one. George Lopez was in that one before he became a big comedian. I like all those old weird movies. They used to be like those movies, even though they had some nude scenes in there and there was some bad stuff. They would sometimes would be on like USA, but they would cut out that stuff. Yeah, moving violation. I think that's it. If If you look that one up, the lead actor is one of the brothers of a famous actor. I forgot his name. Um, and there's also the blonde in that movie too. She was one of those older actresses. I always liked her too in that one. Like all those old movies, they got like a lot of famous actors in them, but it wasn't like bigger movies for them. Yeah, there's a bunch of movies like that. I think I'm going to add piping on here, but I gotta sand this down and stuff. But I think I'm gonna follow this around her back. I don't know that one, Jacob. I probably have seen it, but I don't remember it. I'm sure I've seen a lot of those older movies, just... And, you know, I don't know, did you ever show your nephew the movie Clue? Clue is one of my all-time favorite movies. I absolutely love Clue. I could watch Clue, like, every week if I wanted to. I just love that movie. It's got such a great cast of old school actors, and it was so well done that I love it. Yeah, I love Clue. I just absolutely love it. I mean, I remember when I first saw it a long time ago as a kid, I just fell in love with the movie because of the way you had all these alternate endings. It was like before its time, really. But the cast was so funny. And it was also genius, too, because if you actually watch the movie, you start to see the people missing in each scene. And that's why I love it. I would definitely watch Clue again. It's good. I mean, it is such a good movie. See, if you watch Clue and you watch the alternate endings, and then you go back and watch the movie and you start to see that you didn't realize you were missing stuff throughout the whole movie. That's back when they actually put a lot of thought into movies and they actually, you know, cared, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, she was the maid. She was in a lot of movies. A lot. Was that his name, Peter Cushing, the guy who was also whatchamacallit in is that what his name was? He was the butler. Oh, Tim Curry, that's it. Yeah, Tim Curry. Yep. Yeah, I like Tim Curry. He was great. Yeah, give Clue a chance, and then go back and rewatch it after you see the alternate endings, and then you'll start to notice a lot of stuff you missed. Yeah, she did gain a lot of weight as time went on, but in Clue though, she was good. But like I said, I think Clue had such an amazing cast of actors from back in the day. It's a very underrated movie. She's still working? I don't know. That's good. I forget what movie she was, but she was in like a lot of movies with like I think she was in a couple with Phil Hartman and John Candy. I think. That's right. That's right. She was also she was in I think she was in that Michael J. Fox movie with Phil Hartman and I think it was called Greed. I think she was in that one too, wasn't she? I think it was Greedy. Yeah, maybe Greedy it was. A murder mansion movie with a blind guy? I don't know. I mean, if it's like Clue, I'll watch it. I like anything like Clue, any type of movie, because like the recent movie like Coherence, it was sort of like Clue in the sense that every time the scene changed, there was something different in the background. So Clue was sort of similar, but it was with people missing. Hey, what's up, Raccoon? Peter Falk and Sam Spade? Oh, what was that movie? Murder by Death. I think I've seen it. Hey, what's up, Raphael? Thanks, man. Slowly getting there on these. Murder by Death. I think I saw that one. I don't think I need to worry about that. You got me wondering. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. I need to see like a screenshot of it on like Google, and I'll probably know. What am I screen doing here? Murder by Death. I think I've seen it. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I know exactly that movie. Okay, yeah. I should go back and rewatch that one too. So Clue was inspired by that? If that's the case, I'm pretty sure I saw it because I remember. I think it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I went on a binge and I did a search all movies like Clue, and that was probably. I know that was one on the list, and I know I saw it, but I'll have to go back and rewatch it. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep talking about it, but I just love Clue. It's such a good movie. Like if Hollywood would put that type of quality back into movies these days, I think we would all be happy again because it's so well thought out. Like they literally probably have had to have like a board, and they probably had to like plan out like each scene and each alternate ending, but each alternate ending still works with the movie, which is crazy. That's why I love it. Once, if you watch Clue, next time you come back into the stream, let me know what you think. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably how it worked, Jacob. I mean, see, the reason why I like Clue 2 is because the music is good, because it's just a bunch of the old school music. It's a bunch of the old school actors. Um, they played their parts very well too. I love how they played their parts. What's his name too? Doc from Back to the Future's in it too. What's his name? I always forget his name. He plays Mr. Green, and he does really good with playing Mr. Green because he's kind of like a he's kind of like a is no he's no yeah is he Mr. Green? Christopher Lloyd. Was he Mr. Green? No. There's Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green. Damn, I forgot what part he played, but with the character he played, he's a very pervy, hands-on with the women type of guy. Oh, he's Professor Plum. That's who he was, right? Yeah, I think he's Professor Plum instead. Mr. Green was the blonde hair guy with the glasses. Yeah, there's the guy who plays Colonel Mustard. He's been in tons of movies. I forget his name. Then there's Professor Plum, which is Christopher Lloyd. Mr. Green is the guy with the glasses. He's been in, God, he's been around forever. There's Mrs. White, Miss Scarlet, and then also Miss Peacock. And then there's the butler, but there's also Mr. Black. I'm telling you, it's great cast of actors. All right, I think we could do this underwear too, and the thong in the back. I'm gonna have to sand all that down to clean that up. You know what's funny too? I laugh about this movie, Clue, and other movies like that. Back in the day when you had all these actors, whether they were serious actors or comedians, you put them in a movie like Clue, and they looked like they just had fun, and they played the parts very well. Whereas modern days, like if you put a bunch of actors in movies now, they don't come across as having fun and doing movies. They all try to top each other, you know? That's the only problem why I don't like modern day actors, because you can't put them all in the movie and have fun. Oh, she knew her? Really? Yeah, she had a small part in that movie. She had a whole, what, like 1 minute of movie time and that was it? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Jacob. Do Clue characters. Oh, she was? Really? I didn't know that. Raccoon, how did she know her? Just like friends with her or something? Or go to school together? Ah, okay. Oh, she was Joan of Arc. Wow. See, I didn't know all that. That's actually kind of funny. Wait, she was Joan of Arc and she was in Clue? She looked exactly... She looked so young. Oh, okay. Oh, see? Learn something new every day. Be a good name. So now I'm going to want to watch Clue tonight, too, after we went through all this. Now, and also Bill and Ted, too, so I just want to see that actress. I might have to just save both scenes just to see how she looked compared to both of them. Well, I already did a Jessica Rabbit in a maid outfit off of the Sideshow one. I did the French maid, yeah. When I did that one right away, I had people going crazy asking to buy it, and it went to the highest paying guy. I actually used the real fabric under, well, what was it called? The lace or something for the underneath the skirt. That was probably around when I guess I was doing statues pretty much starting full time, so I would guess around 2014? No, 2013 maybe? Around that era. I lost my job in 2012. And then I started the LLC and doing it more. So probably, I don't know, you'd have to go on YouTube and see when I did it. It's an old statue. Yeah, I could always try and redo another one. But I not off of this though, not off of this sculpt. I'd have to do something else maybe. Maybe do like a superhero version or something, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, what statue could I do it off of, you know? Can't get it. The Jessica Rabbits from Sideshow are way too much now in the secondary market. So I'd have to come up with a different idea. We could play with it in voting next time. Yeah, I did see the Zantana from Abe. It looks pretty good. But I also saw the ES Monster Jessie from Pokemon. That one's not bad. There's another sculpt I saw that looked good. I forgot who did it. It's like I'm since I subbed to Ave 3 and ES Monster on Patreon, I only pay for when I want sculpts that month, but I get their updates every month. They're pumping out sculpts like crazy. 2014. Okay, so in 2014 is when I started the LLC. I was still trying to find a full-time job before then. So then when I started the LLC and I decided to do this full-time, that's when I was hunting down those Jessica Rabbits as cheap as I possibly could. And I was buying them up like crazy, and then all of a sudden they just skyrocketed in price overnight. I think what it was is a lot of Jessica fans didn't realize that statue was out there, and then all of a sudden they started, because it was like on eBay for like $150 for years when it came out. Then once I guess it the fans started buying them up, and that was it. It was over. I'm gonna keep this animated. I don't think I'm gonna add I'm not gonna add wrinkles into it. That'll look better. Be more Jessica-like, I guess. Right? Right. I don't know. Do you guys think I should add wrinkles into the crotch area a little bit, or leave it alone? What the hell is... Am I still streaming, or did the stream go down? Why am I getting a... error message. Is the stream working, or are we screwed up? I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, I've been having problems with this computer. I'm definitely upgrading it next year. Alright, well, if it gets bad, just say it in chat, let me know. Seems to be just saying that I get this yellow flashing thing saying now it's excellent connection. I don't know. Must be a hiccup or something. Alright, yeah, we'll leave it like this. I think I'll have to sand it down, but I think we're getting there. Once I start adding more and stuff, I'm going to try to do this side without screwing up the front. So, camera over here. Yeah, next year, supposedly Apple's going to announce the new M4 chip at the end of the month, and the new Mac Minis are going to be smaller. So this is a 2007 iMac I have, so I figure next spring I'm going to gut the studio, and I think I can upgrade this computer. Just been having a lot of issues with it. Well, don't forget, Raz, it's also election season, so YouTube has been banning a lot of people. So go against the machine, they want you out. There's a couple channels I watched, they got banned. They wouldn't even talk about politics or anything, they just got canned for some reason. They're trying to do that now, Raz. Isn't that what colleges are for? But I got to be careful what we say. We don't want the YouTube gods to say no more Jessica Rabbits on stream. Yeah, Disney is just bad. But that's why we have now, we can make all these like Jessica Rabbits. We can do this on our own now. We don't need to wait for Disney anymore, a company to make the items. Just get yourself a file, a sculpt, and make it your own way now. That is true, Jacob. No, I didn't have a chance to do any of that yet. I still want to look up the pens, but as far as 3D printers, no, I'm not yet. But I still gotta look at the pens. I'm gonna probably like wait for like Black Friday. See if there's anything interesting. I haven't had time to do anything. I've been crunching out projects like crazy. Well, getting as much done as I can. Do this without smashing anything else. Okay, that's a good start for that. I'll have to sand this down. Starting to shape up a little bit more. Kind of pull this down a sheet. Made an extra turntable too, finally, for this desk. Alright, so that's kind of where we're at right now with her. Her arms too, yeah, her arms. For her arms, I gotta sand down this texture on her arms, make it more of a latex look. so that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Starting to shape up a little bit more. Raz should start his own YouTube channel of 3D printing. It's got a little bit of that animated look, right? I gotta sand it down, of course. So I'll sand this down, and then when I work out the edges around there, we'll do the piping. So I'll have to sand down the arms, get this texture off of it. But, alright, so none is shaping up getting there. Chest has worked out a little bit better than I expected, so I like it. I was kind of worried on how I would get the front of it, but that worked out with the Aves. So what I'll have to do is, when I figure out the pieces here, I want to push them in like it's actually squeezing the booty a little bit, you know, to like here and here. So when I figure out what kind of piping I'm going to use, I'm going to do that. So, alright, that's the nun. So we're going to put her aside. I don't know, the nun so far is shaping out to be the best one, I think. Well, this butt is a little bit bigger, so this is Star Trek. Let's see what we got here. We got Trek and Trek. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I did have some Aves. And I dremeled out the lines for where her booty is. So right now I'm just going to add some here for like the underwear area. And then we're going to do the front as well. I did add a little Aves in here when I had some, and I sanded this down. So you can see how the chest is going to kind of pop out a bit. So I sanded some of this down, but it's not perfect. Because I want to add wrinkles for the outfit. So the way this one's going to work is a little bit tricky because her back arm, this one, yeah, this goes to this one. So I have to sand down her hands because her hands are bare. She doesn't have gloves on. I got to see if I could add fingernails to the hands. I got to see what I can do with that. And then I'm going to attach the arm and kind of blend in the wrinkles in the outfit to here. But then for her outfit here with the skirt, that's going to be like, it's going to be pressed and like this. I got to keep the hand on because I can't take this off. So she's a little bit messy still, but it's getting there. Yeah, but I think what it is once I get the skirt on her and I kind of get that off and we get the chest, this one will come together a little bit. So while I got this saved, I'm gonna roll it out again. Well, I don't know if Jessica has long nails, but I don't But see, the problem is this hand, it's got gloves on it, and the fingers are really small. So, and Jessica's fingers are really small, and her nails are like when I painted up those damn sideshow ones, because her hands are so damn small. I had to put like a little tiny dot just for the nails. Hold on 1 second, be right back. So, simple for the front, and then the underwear in the back. Oh, and side note, when I went to Baltimore, I had Amanda Connor and Jimmy sign this for me, and I had CBCS graded. So this was the one thing I did at Baltimore. Came back pretty fast. Amanda signed this right here in blue. I didn't even ask her to. It looks really cool how she did it. So it's got like a bluish foil paint to it. It's kind of cool. So hopefully when I redo my front section here, I can have those books there. Yeah, Amanda and Jimmy were fun to talk to. I met them at Terrific Con 2 years ago. They're funny as hell. They actually sit there and talk to you. They don't just sit there and like, you know, oh here, give me money, sign this, get the hell away from my table. They actually try and talk to people, which is cool. I was gonna have Adam Hughes sign it, but he didn't show up at the con, and I think he's in the hospital now. I wonder if he's still in there. He didn't go to New York Comic Con, so something's wrong with him. Yeah, there's a couple guys that still, they'll still sit there and chat with you, but there's other ones who are just like, yeah, this is my fee, go on, you know. Then again, I try and find some of the older artists, you know, the guys from, back in the day, and not anyone too recent. Just still trying to get all these books signed and build up my display room. Did any of you guys go to the New York Comic Con? I really didn't hear much about it. Like, it seemed like it wasn't very, I don't know, I didn't see, like, anything new shown. I didn't hear if there was anything good at the show. I don't know. Didn't hear anything about it. Yeah, it seems just seems like New York Comic Con just doesn't get that hype, or like they don't show anything new at these. I mean, I saw tons of emails of varying covers that they were selling at the show, but that's typical for every show. All the emails I get, but that's just typical. People making a variant cover just to make a quick buck. But, and I know Sideshow doesn't go anymore. I don't even think Sideshow does San Diego anymore. Everyone just does their own little online shows. I said, me and my friend, we stick to Terrificon, and I go to Baltimore. That's pretty much it. Really nothing else really going on at these shows anymore. Yeah, I think the last New York show I went to was 2016 or 2017. Somewhere around there. I said I'm done with this show. Yeah, but even San Diego Comic-Con didn't really have a big announcements anymore. It seems like a lot of people pulled out of the show. They don't like waste the money going anymore. Not that I care, it just seems it's just different these days, you know? I like Terrificon because it's just pure comics and artists. They have some like actors show up, but it's just pure. It feels just like an old school comic show. You just go in there and you just go through comic bins, and it's just fun. I like that type of show more now. I know Prime One had an online event like a few weeks ago, but there was nothing exciting for me that came out of that one. Well, that I could understand if you want to go to the show to meet someone specific and, you know, finish whatever you need to finish. That's different. I understand that. It's just a go though. Not really worth it anymore. That should work for that. I always had bad luck going to shows. It was 2 years in a row I went to go see. I always say his name wrong. Is it Salvador Larroca? I think he's the guy that did the Extreme X-Men covers. Every time I went to the show to see him, he was either out that day or he canceled. And then when I went to Baltimore, of course, Adam Hughes canceled, and who else canceled? Two other guys canceled. Always have bad luck. Oh, it's never gonna get better, Raccoon. Yeah, I used to go to, me and my friend would go to the Wizard World Philly every year. Um, that was a fun show. Lots of swag. Um, lots of artists. You know what I've noticed now? I went to Baltimore and Terrificon. They used to have those big areas with, it was like a big, huge cage of T-shirts and hats and backpacks of all comic book characters, and you could buy like 3 shirts for $20 or something or whatever it was. They don't have those anymore. They might have them at San Diego Con and New York Con, but the other shows I go to, I don't see those anymore. I used to like to grab a T-shirt here and there once in a while. I don't know if it's because they can't compete with online sales or people just don't buy them anymore. But I don't see those vendors at the shows anymore. Wizard Worlds were good. I used to love Wizard Worlds. But that's back when it was just like comics. And it was like really, really heavy into just comics and stuff. Yeah, they don't have those T-shirt shops anymore. My friend was like, "Oh, they had it at Terrific Con." I was like, "No, they didn't." And then he was like, "Yeah, you're right, they didn't." Not that the T-shirts were good, quality. They were pretty crappy shirts, but when you get like 3 for $40 or whatever it was not a bad deal. Come on. Yeah, but you gotta understand. Yeah, I could see carrying them would be a bitch, but he's probably making bank off of that stuff, though. You know, you figure when you get a bunch of T-shirts printed up in bulk, and then you go to a show and you just purge them, probably makes a nice penny. Yeah, I guess they are more expensive, but everything's more expensive now. The cons I go to are, well, the Terrific Con is at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Connecticut. Baltimore is at the, I don't know, it's a convention center by the stadium. And then the New Jersey show used to be at the roller rink in Morristown, but one of you guys told me last time it's going to be in Edison now. So they really don't do hotels that much. I guess for Chiller they do, right? Well, that one wasn't Chiller at the same hotel forever. Well, I think after the 90s, comic books died out where people really weren't buying comics like they used to, so all these shows really didn't have anything to do or sell anymore. Because it went more pop culture there for a while. And then now it's all pop culture. But I think the comic shows are actually coming back slowly. It seems more and more of these shows are carrying comic books and people are actually buying older books again. At least that's what I've seen at Terrific Con in Baltimore. Okay. Yeah, I only went to the one in Parsippany once, and I think that was around 2003. But it was so big and packed, it was absolutely unreal. I don't know how anybody was able to move in that hotel. This save is getting too hard to use. Yeah, in the 90s, going to a comic book show, because they were at hotels everywhere, they you would go in there and they would have piles of comic books in boxes. And I remember I went to the one, I think it was 93 or 92, I forgot when. I ordered my tickets through the Wizard World magazine because Todd McFarlane was going to be there, and I don't know if it was one of the first Wizard Worlds. Well, I don't think it was called Wizard World. I remember they had image books like in boxes without bags and boards, just piles and piles of image books everywhere, and they were just selling them for like $5 for $1. They were just trying to unload those books. That's how overproduced they were at the time. So many comics, it was unreal. Oh, actually, I should do her cuffs on her arm with this. That's what I'll do. Yeah, that's the when you have little kids who don't care about this stuff, keep them home. Don't bring them to the shows. That always ruins stuff. Let this harden up a bit while I mix up some fresh leaves. We're going to try to do her cuffs on the cop with this, if it works. Yeah, I gave my aunt, well, not my aunt, we called her my aunt, but she was just a family friend. Her nephew, he was, we're on about maybe 10 years back now, I think. He was getting into comic books, and she asked me, like, you know, what could he get him, and I was like, if he's just getting into comic books and he's young, I was like, I'll give you 2 boxes of Image comic books that I can't get rid of. And I said you could give it to him as a present, so that's what I did with all my Image stuff. I didn't have any of, like, the first appearance stuff. I had all that crappy Image stuff that was just so overproduced, and, you know, they did, like, foil covers and colored covers, and it's unreal. That's why I laugh when people pay crazy amounts of money for a Spawn #1, first appearance of Spawn or whatever, but what did they make, 250,000 copies of that, or 300,000 or something? Yeah, that's what they do now. It was just after the lockdowns, and the lockdowns were starting to lift. Me and my friend, I wanted to get rid of all my junk comic books. I said, I got to get rid of this stuff. I don't want anymore. So I started putting it up on that site called OfferUp. It used to be called Let Go. And, well, I had, like, those long boxes. I was selling them for $100 a box because, what is it, like, I think 250 comics go into a box, and they're not worth anything. I mean, they're if anything, they're like quarter bin dollar books. So I put them on OfferUp, and I had a guy, I had a young kid, at the time who was interested in it, but he wanted all my trade paperbacks, so I sold him all my trade paperbacks. I used to go to Wizard Worlds and buy all the trades for like they used to sell trades like 3 for $10 or something. But some guy, he just liked to read comic books. He didn't really want to spend a lot of money, so he bought like 4 long boxes off of me. So I was happy to get rid of those. Can't beat it for $100 a box at the time. So like I think now if you ever want to purge stuff, it's better just to go on like one of those offer up sites or something and sell a long box for like anywhere from 50 to $100. You really don't get much for this stuff anymore. Well, what I did do though is, I mean, I'll be honest, I went through the box and I picked out books that were worth grading though. And I told the guy, I said, look man, I said, there's a bunch of books in here that are really not worth that much, but I said I took out the best books because I've been selling them on eBay. And the guy was cool with it. He's like, yeah, he's like, I don't care. Because he went through all my books though. He actually looked through them in my garage. And he said, yeah, I'll take them. He's like, you got a lot of books here that will fill up my runs. And I was like, okay. And that's all I did. But after the lockdowns, people started spending crazy on, like, what did I do? I had, the She-Hulk comics, right? This was even before She-Hulk show came out. So I had those, I think it was around 2005 She-Hulk run. The one where that one guy that swipes artwork did all the covers. I put them up on eBay, and the 1 through like 10 sold for like, I think it was like almost $70, and I was friggin' mind blown. People were spending money like crazy on this stuff. But I think it was also the craze. Everybody was trying to buy mint books and get them graded and stuff, and it was a weird time. But it was a good time to sell though, so I can't complain. I got some money back for all that stuff, so I was pretty happy. Ismail, I don't 3D print, but a couple of the guys in chat print. They could probably give you some good pointers on what to get. Raz in chat, he does 3D printing, and so does Iceman. So they probably could help you a little bit more than me. I don't have a 3D printer, so I don't do 3D printing as of now. But the guys in chat know way more than me. Yeah, Jacob, it's the hype train now. Everybody's on the hype train. You know, who's the next hottest character, or who's the next character in the movie, you know, or who's the next TV show. People don't even know the characters, but they just want that first appearance for some reason. I mean, I wish I could be more help with 3D printing, but sadly, I go to other people for prints. That's if the other guys are in chat at the moment. Well, like I said, Ishmael, Raz and chat know more than me, and then Iceman, but they might not be paying attention at the moment. I don't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you really want to get into 3D printing, I would go on YouTube and I would find those guys that all they do is talk about 3D printing. They talk about 3D printers. They talk about the resins they use. You know, the environments, because those guys probably are where you really want to go to about 3D printing. They do so much information that you probably have like 100 videos you'll have to watch to figure out what's going on. I mean, me, I just customize and like repair and stuff like that, but I'm sure there's way more information than what I could provide. Yeah, my one friend watches a couple YouTubers. I forget their names, but there's like two guys that like literally just 3D print and talk to you about all the printers and the know-hows on YouTube. And he says there's so much information he still hasn't gotten a grasp on it yet. Like if I was to get one in my studio, like here, because I have my garage is connected to my studio. If I was to get one, I would probably set it up over by the window, but I would probably try to get some kind of ventilation to like take out fumes and stuff. But I don't think they're that bad. Maybe they are. I'm not really sure. Where's Raz when you need him? Usually Raz is always in chat. Now he's goofing off. There's no showering during the stream, Raz. You gotta, or you take it in. You take the stream in the shower. Your expertise are needed. Just like, no, there's no crying in baseball. There's no showering during streams. Ishmael in chat would like to know about 3D printing. Maybe you can direct him into some good information, or maybe a YouTube channel or something, if he's still in chat. Sadly, that's what I get a lot. I get a lot of people emailing me about, can I 3D print an item for them? And I'm like, oh, I'm not a 3D printer. But I try and direct people to other people, so... Well, when I say put it near the window, I would set up a fan with a vent or something to take the fumes out. Or that's probably what I would do. Or I would connect the fumes to the airbrush vent I have. You know, maybe I could kick on the airbrush vent with another vent connected to it and kind of push it out or something. But that's down the line if I ever get one. If I ever get one. Someday. Alright, so that's at least when we look underneath the skirt, you'll at least see it looks like underwear is there. So that's a good start for that. Alright, I'm going to attach her hand, because then I'm going to cut it off. It's going to be a removable hand. So I think the best way to do this without putting a rod in there, because I'm going to have to put a different rod. It's going to go like that. So we'll just use some A's and glue. Are you asking me, Ishmael? I have tons of stuff going on at once. These are Friday stream stuff, these Jessica Rabbits. But for commissions, I literally have, I'm either painting one day, sculpting the next. I'm all over the place. But I keep a rotation going. It's kind of hard to explain. We're going to put A's in here. But we're going to use glue as well. Yeah, I can't really do one job at a time. When I get to a point where I'm ready to start focusing on a paint job, that's when I kind of focus on that mostly, get that done, and then go on to other stuff. So, for example, these are my Friday stream stuff, but I have another item that I'm working on for somebody, but it's a filler item at the moment. So I'm taking a Power Girl body, we're turning it into a different character, but what I do is I chop stuff down, so here, now I got extra A's. So once I do these items and I have some extra A's, I'll start filling up some stuff. You know, so this is not ready to be worked on, it's just a filler item. Oh, and then I'll show you some of the stuff I'm working on once I kind of get done with some stuff before we close out the stream later. But pretty much finished up a Harley Quinn nurse that I'm going to start painting soon. I finally finished that Mary Jane's hair. I just got to do some other stuff, but I could get a video up of that soon. I just did 2 repairs this week. I got to get videos up of those. The Invisible Woman is just about done. I got to start painting now. Yeah, I got tons of crap. All right, let's get this Insta set. Alright, normally I put a rod in this hand, but I'm not doing a rod because I have to cut this here for a magnet, and if I put a rod in there and then try to do a rod, it's gonna, as long as I get this sort of locked in, it'll be good. So we're gonna throw a lot of glue on this for now. So we're gonna put a bunch of glue over here, like this. It's off the first Harley. Yeah, the Deja Thor's Mary Jane, I got the hair finished finally. Like, I'm starting to catch up on all these old stuff, you know? So, I'm slowly getting back on track. So that's not going to hold it completely. You gotta put another chunk of glue on here. I'm putting glue on this, and I'm gonna slap it on because if I put it there, it'll seize this up. This is just to hold it. It'll all get chopped up. We'll get the Insta-Set back on here. Lock that up. Oh, I got so much shit on my fire. I still got to finish the Thor. I finally got the red paint in. I painted the cape. So the Thor cape is painted. I gotta finish detailing it, and then I can do the rocks, and the Thor will be done. I'm trying to get the Thor and the Harley Quinn done for the two brothers that I do work for at the same time. So, alright, we're going to let this dry, because if I mess with it, I probably screw it up. I'll show you the Harley Quinn. Actually, I'll show you the Invisible Woman. Did I show you guys the base of the Invisible Woman? I don't know if I showed you guys yet. Let me wash my hands real quick. So this is what I came up with for the Invisible Woman. Whatchamacallit? So I had to order a bigger fish bowl. So what I did is I cut the fish bowl, and then when I cut it, it was melting on me. So every time I tried to, so what I had to do is I had to sand it down, and then as I sanded it, I started to mark it. So what I did is I said, screw it, I sanded it down more, so this just is sand on the clear resin, and it looks like it's got a little bit of an edge to it, like it's coming up. So what I did is I put it around here, and I put like the rocks and stuff. This is the best what I came up with. So this is what I did for Invisible Woman. That's kind of what I envisioned for her, you know. It's an experimental piece. It's a side piece. It's just kind of like just seeing how it would work with her. That's what I came up with. Hey, what's up, Tiger Man? Yeah, this would be good for Magneto. It's just that what I had to do is I had to find a bigger bowl. That was the problem. But the problem was when this side of the bowl, it actually had like a line in it, and then it went at an angle, so I couldn't use that part. I had to use the top part. But when I cut off the top part, I had to embed it into this sculpt. I'm gonna leave it as is. I don't think, because it's Invisible Woman, this really shouldn't be like a color. Plus, it's very floppy plastic. It's not a thick plastic. I ordered off of Amazon. This is the best thing I could find, you know. So I thought it would just be kind of cool for Invisible Woman. It's pretty simple. It's not really and it works with the sculpt. Like she's kind of like ready to float, and this is breaking up the rocks. So I just got to figure out how to paint it without screwing up any. Because the only problem is I sanded in here and all the dust got inside. So I got to figure a way to get out the dust. Hey, what's up, Tagamo? Yeah, I think it worked. I tried to take Jacob's idea with putting the clear balls around her hands. I ordered some clear ball things off of Amazon, and when I got them in the mail, they would not work at all. I also looked at what you said about the ping pong ball stuff, and it wouldn't work, so I just decided to go with this for the base, and that was it. So that's what I came up for her. So I have to just finish detailing her up because I had some errors I have to fix up. I saw them today, and then I'm going to start painting her up. And then when she's done, I'll throw her up on eBay. But yeah, so the good thing is it's not breakable, but it's not super sturdy. But I thought it was kind of cool to come up with this. And then this is the Harley Quinn I'm working on for somebody. I'm pretty finished with it. So this is it's based off of a AI artwork that we found. So she's got a little cleavage showing. I just finished sculpting the hair and the hat on her. So I did all the sculpt with the different style of hair for once. So he wanted to have cleavage on her, so we gave her some nice cleavage. She looks pretty good with the mallet in her hand. I changed up the gloves, of course. So that's the Harley. So I just gotta fine tune it. I gotta make sure I might have to fill up the hair a little bit more. Send him some pictures, see what he says. And then, but I also kind of did her skirt. So that's the Harley. The hat was the hard part. Figuring out how to do this hat. It's actually a bent brass rod. I put it in her head and I sculpted over it, and then I sculpted all the hair. When I do the video on it, you'll see the artwork we kind of followed. It'll give you a better idea what we were trying to do. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. This one was a lot of fun. It was a little bit different style, but it worked out. But yeah, this one I should have done a long time ago, but life got in the way. But that is those projects. The Thor is on the floor, but I'm not moving the Thor yet because that cape and everything's a nightmare. As many times as I'm sick of working on that Harley, it's still fun to do a different one each time though. I do need a break from that Harley for a while. But I got some other personal stuff here and there I'm working on, but I'm not going to show those yet. And there's other stuff collecting dust. Someday I'll get rid of some of these other items. Hopefully you guys like the Mary Jane once I post a video on that one. I like the way the hair came out, but we'll see if you guys like it when it's posted. So I know a lot of people have been wondering where the Mary Jane is, but a lot of work to do. Alright, so on to the cop. I figure I could do her cuffs on her arms now, since this age is getting a little bit tougher. So I'm thinking just add cuffs. It's not long enough. Damn it. Stretch it, maybe if I stretch it, it'll work. Insomniac. Why? What happened with whatever you're talking about? Damn it, this is gonna be at an angle, isn't it? Shit. It's too big. Damn it. That's not gonna work for that arm yet. I wonder if this arm will work. I didn't realize that that one was at an angle. Oh, you're talking about the video game. Yeah, I now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Didn't Sweet Baby Inc. kill another game this past week too? I saw that there was another game that failed because of them. Didn't they kill like 4 games now or something, or more than 4? This is at an angle too. I gotta sand these down. Damn it. That's my problem. They're not even. Okay. All right. So it's more than 4 because I know they killed 2 of them, but I thought, and then I saw another article or a video that they did another one. But didn't they work on tons of games or something? Wow. Well, what was the first game? The first game was... what was the first one that... So they were involved with 30 to 70 games? Because didn't they have it up on their website, but they took them all down? Alright, I gotta take this off the base. I gotta get a little bit more bigger on this. It's actually kind of funny. It's like, I think the entertainment now is seeing how many games they can kill, you know? Like how many games have they destroyed you so far? Yeah, they are like the video game killers. It's unreal. I saw what they did with the Spider-Man 2 game, what they did with the side quest, which I had no clue about. I was like, holy crap. But hey, this is it's like a grift. That's all it is. It's just like they're just creating a problem so they get work. Isn't that pretty much what they're doing? Yeah, it's definitely a modern age bookboarding. I say that all the time. I think what was I telling? I was telling my one friends in the chat. I said at this point we're gonna get to a. It's gonna be like a billboard, like in Deadpool, and you're gonna see what game of Sweet Baby Inc. kills next. You know, it's like what's next on the agenda. I hit this with some baby powder. Be right back. It's kind of funny you guys know all about this too. Like, sometimes I tell people what's going on. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? But I guess, you gotta be an internet person and a gamer to understand what the hell's going on. Did you see that new thing? I saw a video where it's the Gamer Awards, and they're charging people 150,000 or something for like supporting them, and you get like perks, but nobody goes to that person's site. I don't know. It's something I saw like after I was watching the Sweet Baby Inc. video. So it's definitely some kind of grift going on now. This will make life easier trying to get this cuff on now. I'll let this cure and I'll sand this down. And then it'll clean it up a bit. Yeah, that'll work better. I think we can do the same with this one. Yeah. Yeah, check out that grift that's going on with that awards thing. It's I saw it yesterday, so I don't know if there's any updates today. But yeah, that's pretty crazy what's going on. But then again, who cares about game awards, right? I mean, if you play video games, it's always about word of mouth. Like, what are your friends playing, and what's like, what you know? I never would listen to like awards or any of those people. Just like all those journalists that say, you know, if you don't, or movie actors, oh, you don't watch this movie, you're this or you're that or whatever. Like, who the hell watches Game Awards? Yeah, it's... You always go with the gamers. They tell you what the game is good, not some journalist who just wants clicks. Yeah, I think Concord kind of woke up the sleeping giant. I think the gamers and everybody is just kind of fed up with everything, you know? So I was looking at some of the graphics to the new games now, and I'm sitting there like, my PS3 games have better graphics than this stuff. Like, what the hell are they doing, you know? I think gamers just gotta wake up. I think that's what the industry's pissed off about, because it's all these people are like, oh, you don't play our game, you're a bad person. Like, no, that's just the way the world works. If you don't make a good product, I'm not gonna play it. Yeah, Raz said the Transformers was good. I'll probably watch it when it's like online somewhere down the line. I'll check it out, but not right now. I do, you know what I do like watching? I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but I like watching this one guy's channel that talks about the Star Wars shills. And he shows videos of the shills now they're shilling for Agatha. And I love watching that video because I see these people cheering for it. Now, I get it. If they like it, they like it. But you can tell they're shilling because they want views on their channel and they want to get kickbacks. So... Well, yeah, that's the problem. Is they force the stuff down the gamers' throats, you know. Like I love Devil May Cry and I love Bayonetta because they're kind of like similar games, not because one was male or female, because it was just a good game. Yeah, Mr. Grizzy, that's it. Those shill videos, oh my god, they're so funny. They make me laugh so much. I don't know if anybody watches them or if I'm gonna get shit for it, but I laugh at it. Like, if it was somebody just making a channel because they like it, you know, and they're like, I really like the show and blah blah blah, I'd be like, okay, they're a fan of the show. I don't like it, but they're a fan. But their channels are based off of giving Disney positive feedback, and they go to the Disney events, so they're a shill, you know? Like, you know, Raz says he likes Transformers, so if I saw Transformers and I say I don't like it, then that's just my opinion, but it's just funny how this stuff is going on these days. Yeah. Your boyfriend? What? Oh no, Raccoon, you're gonna have to... I don't know, we're gonna have to have an intervention. You could tell him I said that. That's, No, I'm just kidding. If he likes it, he likes it. If one of my friends saw it, I would just give them shit nonstop. But then again, my cousin, he loves, like, the Star Wars. Well, we fight all the time, but it's fun. I tell him ever since Lucas sold Star Wars, it was dead, but he didn't want to believe me. Yeah, I saw what they did with the Lara Croft game too, but I don't know, man. Honestly, it's just. I think just indie games is going to be where people are going to move to now. Yeah, alright, so I can see that, Raccoon. Alright, so if you both are giving each other shit, then it works. We'll allow it on stream. I feel bad for the game companies though, because you know they're listening to a third party company that's telling them this is the modern audience or this is what people want, and they put all this money into this company only for it to bomb. It's just mind blowing to me. I think also too, it's also the programmers and the the devs and the people behind um, they probably are sitting there like, yeah, the gamers don't want this, the game, but they got to listen to the big people that are paying their bills. So I could just imagine sitting there, you're working on a game and you're like, I can make this model look better, but they're telling you no, that's what the model should look like. So I don't know. It's a different beast these days, but it seems like it's turning around slowly. It's not happening fast enough, but it's slowly happening. I'm just glad I don't play games anymore. Yeah, what do they call it now? Professional victimhood? Is that what it is now? Alright, I'm gonna have to sand these down. And then hopefully by next stream we can start working on all this upper body stuff. I gotta just sand it down, make it even, and then maybe I'll put the cuffs on during the week too, just to get it on. Let's see, and I think put her hand on too. So Jacob, since you live next to the school, do they actually go to class? Or are they always protesting outside? That's kind of curious. I'm just kind of curious about that. Alright, I'm gonna glue this hand on, and then this way I can start getting this arm fine-tuned. This cap is shot. Let's line this hand up just to set it. Alright, so it's gonna go like that. Yep, that'll work. Oh well, we're all headed toward idiocracy. That's where we're headed. Nothing we could do about it. Well, there's stuff we could do about it, but it's not going to happen. Alright, Jose, you know, you come in the chat, you talk crap, and then you leave. You keep this up, and I'm just going to send all your items back to you. I will do it. Oh yeah, now it's looking good. I mean, you did talk crap and now it's looking good. You just want your yellow character on your shelf. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's Jacob. It's just not our generation. We're too old for the young people now. She is a mess, and I got a lot of cleaning to do. But I think once I sand down the arms, get the cuffs on, the rest of it should go easier. I just got to get these cuffs organized. That's the only problem with this one. Alright, since I got a little A's left, I gotta use it on this item. This way, since it's still a little bit soft, it mixed up more than I needed. I gotta figure out how to do Roger Rabbit's hand too. That's another problem for holding up the money bag. But I figure once we get all this other little tiny engineering stuff done, we get on the other stuff. Well, I guess, Jacob, that's the other problem is you got to get people out of their echo chamber and their comfort zone. Well, that's how it happened when I went to art school. You know, I went in with a certain mindset being young, but I met a bunch of different people, and you start to see from other people's points of views, and you talk to people. But then again, it was a different time. I mean, we're talking the late 90s, so... Nowadays, I think everybody makes up their own mind, and that's the truth. Wash these out real quick. I think everyone just needs a hobby. Everyone needs to pick up a paintbrush, a tool, and start sculpting and printing. And I think if everybody had a statue hobby, the world would be better. Resin solves everything. Well, it's worth a shot, Raz. If not, then we're all doomed. Also, to give you guys an idea on this, I sanded down her cuffs of her boots and her arms. It's always easier to sand these muscles down and make it you know, like it should, than trying to sculpt it from scratch. So next time I'm in the garage sanding, I'll just sand these down too. Just a good way to burn extra A's while I'm working on other stuff. Yep, that's how Jessica can solve our problems. But then again, I'm pretty sure Disney wouldn't want to allow that. Put you over here without breaking. Okay, where am I at now? Yeah, just gotta introduce people to stuff, kids, and but when you want them to just sit there and bitch about stupid stuff, nothing happens. All right, let me go over everything, see where we're at. I need a good day in the garage to clean these up. Alright, so kind of go over everything. So what I'm going to do for the cop is I'm going to try to get these arms sanded down, and I think I could probably do it next week. Kind of get it lined up a little bit better. What I might do is if I have some extra A's, I might work on the cuffs during the week. Because if I could just get these cuffs on her and I could get the arms removable, I can start doing all the sculpt work. It's one of those things where I probably would have to wrap up the cuffs like in the morning or something and kind of play with it with baby powder in the garage, and then maybe by the end of the day it'll kind of work. It's kind of hard to do it on stream and then keep working. That's a problem. So it's just one of those things I might just have to kind of work on. The engineering is always a pain in the ass. It really is. But once the engineering stuff's done, like all the magnetized stuff and everything, we could go from there. So I'm going to try to work on that during the week. As far as Rodger's head, I don't know if I should magnetize it or not. I'm going to have to decide. Maybe if his head is separated, it might be easier for packing and moving. I'm going to have to figure that out. Maybe by next stream I'll know if I have time. Now as far as the nun, she's looking pretty good. So what I have to do with her is I have to sand what I did down. We can continue working on her piping, but what I need to do is I need to sand this down. This texture, unless you guys think I should leave the texture, I'm not. So let me ask you this: should we do the nun in latex outfit and latex gloves, or do purple gloves? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe sand the texture and make it all latex, which I don't mind doing. If I sand it down, I want it to be like a tighter thing around her arm though. But I'm gonna have to do that before I do any of this stuff over here though. See what I'm saying? Because I can't do this stuff and I have to figure that out. No, we're not doing a cross. We're doing a carrot. I figured we could do something like beads, like rosary beads, but with a carrot instead of a cross. Alright, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to hit these arms with my filler primer, and then maybe I could do a light sanding, and maybe that'll fill in these texture, or it might not. Or maybe I'll do some tedious work and fill it in with putty and then sand it down. I'm gonna have to play with it, because if I have to sand this down, then I just might as well sand all these wrinkles and then make my own wrinkles. Yeah, if she has latex, it's gonna be different wrinkles anyway. So, all right, I'm just gonna sand it down, and we'll do it my way. Yeah, I'll just do that. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that much done on her by next week. I'll see if I can. But because I still got to get all these little pieces off of it. So, alright, so that's what we'll do for that. And for Star Trek, what I need to do is clean her up, and I also need to cut her arm and magnetize it. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to cut her arm like here, and we'll make her cuff a little bit more of a, instead of a tight cuff, we'll kind of give it a little more like the Star Trek outfit thing. That's what we'll call it. Yeah, we'll give her more of like the cuff that kind of comes out more. So if I can make that removable there, it'll work. See, even though I sanded down the texture, it's still here on this, so this still needs some work. I'll sand down the booty and stuff, clean that up a bit. We'll sand this down. You just gotta get through this engineering. Now for her arm here, I've been sanding this down. So I'm gonna have to see if I could prime this and sand it more. If I could get this sort of sanded down and cleaned up, we can attach it, and then we can start sculpting all the stuff on her. Yeah, all this tedious stuff still. Once we get all that stuff done, it's just a matter of having fun detailing it up each week. So that's where we're at with the 3 Jessicas. So far, the nun is looking better because she's kind of a little bit more detailed right now. But I think once we start getting all these other elements on these, they'll come together. We did take the chain off last week for the cop. I filled it in a little bit, sanded it down. So the cop will have the hat. Of course, we'll have to start planning I gotta prime the hat. I gotta come up with a badge. But she'll look pretty good when we get that on her head. That's going to be fun to get that on there. Alright, so that's where we're at with the Jessicas. That's where I'm going to call the stream. I'm going to try my damnedest to get some of this engineering prepped up for next stream so we can start sculpting on this stuff. I hate when I get into these hiccups with engineering. It always slows me down. But we'll get there. Alright, that's where I'm calling it for tonight, guys. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. I will get up repair videos up on Sunday. And I'm going to try to get a lot of this stuff ready for next week. So have a good weekend and see what I can get done by next week.